Yeah, I think using the platform she has that she's gained with all these followers nationally, but also globally now.
The WNBA is shocked that Caitlin Clark alone generates 25% of all ticket sales, retail sales, and TV ratings. Her unmatched star power is changing the league's future. How did one player become such a powerful force? And what does this mean for the development of women's basketball?
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin Clark? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like...
From the start, the WNBA fan base has been giddy with anticipation and shock following the revelation of an astounding statistic regarding Caitlin Clark's impact on the league last season. Clark's impact went far beyond her on-court performance. It changed the league's narrative, sparked fan involvement, and brought women's basketball unprecedented attention.
On the tickets to the Indiana Fever home opener right now, the cheapest ticket to get you into the building to see Caitlin Clark, $271. And as the tweet here says, that's more expensive than 29 of the 30 NBA teams' home opener lowest priced ticket. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to give you one more here, Ron, before I get your thoughts. A valuation expert estimates that Caitlin Clark has generated somewhere on the order of 36 million extra dollars of revenue for the city of Indianapolis since she was drafted by the Fever.
When the numbers fell, Caitlin was absolutely stunned. Last season, Clark drove 25% of all WNBA ticket sales, retail sales, and television viewing. This revelation has caused a great deal of praise, shock, and discussion among fans, commentators, and even the league. How could one athlete have such a monumental impact? Executives?
Okay, well, I mean, that's a more rational request, at least. The only problem is the WNBA, until Caitlin Clark, had no revenue.
The statistic validates for fans what they already knew. Clark is more than just a basketball player. She's a phenomenon. Her incredible performances at Iowa carried over into her professional career, captivating audiences with her dynamic style, charisma, and ability to shine in crucial situations. Whether she's depleting the logo nationwide, Clark regularly produces must-see basketball, whether it's threes, threading needle passes, or motivating her team during a crucial moment.
She obviously spaces the floor for us. She makes tough buckets. She gives us another option on the floor to run our off-ball screening action for. She gives us another player that can play with the ball in her hands in the two-man game. She just has a really high IQ and understanding of the game.
Beyond her skill level, she is able to captivate spectators with the game. For many, Caitlin Clark represents a new era of the WNBA, one in which the league is not only respected but celebrated on a grand scale. She is a player who wears her passion on her sleeve, electrifies crowds with her energy, and backs it up with unmatched performances on the court.
Is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar. She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle. The ratings just came in. Caitlin Clark's game on Sunday did a bigger number than Warriors Celtics. Did 3.5 million. Warriors Celtics did 3 million. 3.5 million for a women's college basketball game. I think the WNBA, they have two great teams. They have the Liberty and the Aces. And they played in the finals last year. They both have, multiple MVP caliber players, but it hasn't garnered quite the buzz yet. You already have a pretty high level of basketball, and then you add in a superstar in Caitlin Clark to the league.
Fans have taken to social media to show their admiration and pride in what Clark has accomplished. Comments such as, "Caitlin is the future of basketball and she's making history, and we're all lucky to witness it," have flooded Twitter and Instagram, while others have highlighted the extreme rarity of a player having such a significant impact on an entire league, revenue equating her influence to that of NBA greats who went on to become global idols in the meanwhile. League executives are definitely observing how Clark's impact on ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership highlights the increasing. When a player engages viewers on both a personal and professional level, there is market potential for women's basketball, a warning to the league to keep boosting star power and building on the momentum Clark has created.
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin Clark? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like that she complains after foul calls like everybody else? What exactly is the reason why I see so much hate on social media and from WNBA players? All she's doing is bringing more attention to the game, and she's very skilled. Like, whenever I watch Iowa games, her teammates always got an open shot. Please explain to me, why do y'all hate on her?
As the league enters a new season, all eyes will be on Caitlin Clark and whether she can continue to elevate the WNBA to unprecedented heights. However, one thing is clear, she's not just playing basketball, she's changing the game. Fans are here for it, and the numbers proved it. For WNBA fans, this statistic validates everything they've believed in the talent, excitement, and potential of women's basketball. Clark's ability to transform games into events and fans into superfans.
Official homepage of the WNBA right now, when they announce the schedule, is a photo of Caitlin Clark, and that's it. It's only Caitlin. It's not any other players. It's not any other teams. The fact that they are seemingly leaning into her finally at the very off the rip, leaning into her, like having her front and center. This is just something that I don't think that we would have seen last season. And I just think
the WNBA is currently in the spotlight due to a startling statistic that showed Caitlin Clark alone was responsible for 25% of the league's total ticket sales during the previous season. This revelation has sparked intense discussions among fans, players, and analysts regarding Clark's impact on the league and whether or not she deserves much more than her current salary of $76,000, which is comparable to that of other stars like Angel Reese. Clark's capacity to entice spectators to screens and arenas is unquestionably. Her performances are thrilling. Her fierce competitive spirit and sharp shooting from beyond the arc made her the face of women's basketball last season. She wasn't just a player. She was the force behind the league's expansion, from sellout crowds to a spike in WNBA merchandise sales featuring her name and number. Clark's presence is revolutionary.
He ain't pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is my... I don't even know my salary. 74?
He pays them bills, baby. I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay any of my bills at all. I'm trying to think of things like my rent for where I live. Let me do the math quickly. It might cover that. I don't even know my salary, which is 74. However, the statistic that she was in charge of 25% of all WNBA ticket sales is the most shocking. Fans are in shock, with many arguing that such an impact should be acknowledged with money. Social media went crazy with posts like, "How can the league justify paying her the same as anyone else when she's carrying the WNBA and Clark is the reason this league is growing? She needs to be paid like it." The frustration stems from the league's salary cap structure, which limits what players can earn despite her enormous contribution to ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. Caitlin Clark is bound by a standard contract that pays her $76,000 annually, far less than what fans think she deserves, drawing comparisons to Angel Reese. Fans have added fuel to the flames by pointing out that, despite Reese's undeniable talent, her commercial and ticket sales impact is far less than Clark's. Reese is another rising star in women's basketball who earns the same wage.
Here, she's literally making $76K. You look at any male sports and people are getting $1 million just signing bonuses, not even their contract. On the one side, you get a lot of people that rightfully so bring up the fact that like, hey, people don't watch the WNBA. I think it's great that like more eyeballs are coming into it now. Caitlin Clark being a part of the league is definitely going to bring more attention to it. I hope that more fans buy tickets, buy jerseys, watch the games, because that's what's going to get players paid more. But I was genuinely surprised at how little that was.
More players like this come, or she brings more excitement, then all of a sudden people get more engaged to other players that she might be playing against to see who they're battling. And that's kind of how this thing kind of builds momentum. If you look at it, it's kind of like CrossFit Games. Like back in the day, you know, it started off where it's at. Then personalities start to grow it, and then more money comes, and then more money comes, and then more money comes. Maybe WNBA hasn't had that like catalyst that it needed to spark this like snowball.
The WNBA's wage system, according to detractors, is antiquated and fails to compensate players who significantly elevate the league's profile, while some fans and analysts warn against concentrating only on individual players when discussing league-wide issues. They contend that while Clark is undoubtedly a superstar, the WNBA's growth depends on collective efforts to promote all of its players and teams. Nevertheless, even among these voices, there is recognition that Clark's impact is unique and deserving of special recognition.
Unlike a typical New York Liberty game, the courtside seats for this game cost high four figures, drawing on a par with the NBA.
I mean, that is crazy and quite the phenomenon. But then when I started reading about her, the stories that I encountered were all about the contrast between how popular she is. And then we have her starting salary as the WNBA's number one draft pick, which is going to be $76,535.
However, the debate has also brought attention to the larger problem of pay disparity in women's sports compared to their NBA counterparts. WNBA players earn a fraction of the salary despite demonstrating comparable levels of dedication, skill, and marketability. As the noise grows louder, fans are calling for systemic changes in how women athletes are valued and compensated. All eyes are on the WNBA to see how the league responds. Will it find a way to reward players like Clark who drive the league's success, or will the current structure remain unchanged, endangering player and fan discontent?